2. ascension. And now, they cheer for my fall. The cosmos. The battlefield that I cannot reach.
Before the Sovereign's conquest reached its end, her life and ambition had already been swallowed by the deep sea. This is the true ending. Her grand designs torn apart by the blade. Her regal robe soaked in golden blood. And the one who struck her down? The one who struck her down was her most loyal Gladius. I wandered the shore, found a flicker of flame, only to snuff it out with my own hand. I don't understand. If the ocean's feast, the Imperator's dream, and even Amphorius's existence are all illusions, then what's the point of our journey? When the Deliverer returns, I will let this absurd celebration come to an end. But Greyfry, I can't help but wonder how I dearly wish this feast of the Flame Chase would never end.
It seems she sensed your presence. The Fantasia's foundation is starting to crack. 30 million histories born by Kaslana. 1,000 years is a mere atom in a grain of sand to me. Amphorius, compared to the cosmos, is but that grain upon a whole beach. I swore to bring an end to the erudition. Would I really let a single grain grind down my mind? Now, please use the power of time to open the gate to the ocean's depths. Go, find the prison warden tormented by loyalty. Find her, step into the world's vortex, and once there, end everything between us. That palace reflects the heart of the demigod of ocean, intoxicated, stagnant. There, you'll witness the true beginning of the saga of deliverance. An ugly history, long buried by tides and shame. A staircase of apotheosis that the Imperator forged with the golden blood of 500 human sacrifices under the pretense of conquest. I'll wait for you at the heart of the world. But to reach the place, you must find the prison warden, lost in her stupor.
Beyond this door lies the path to the vortex of Genesis.
Now, step away from this false banquet. And then onto that bloody stage. The palace that worshipped the ocean, the sanctuary connected to the vortex, was also once the battlefield of the first flame chase. The twisted time and space reflect her confusion. The Imperator's crimes were vain.
Stay away from Apollonius.
This cup of honey brew. What a sweet aroma.
Run, Virginia.
Dux Hakalithist. We can't give up here.
Love steeped in death. How delicious.
Just another holy futile.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us!
Apollonius. Look. I chased the enemy away. But I think I can't go any further.
I'm sorry, Virginia, for letting you.
It's okay. I'm glad to die by your side.
Ah, such an ironic twist of fate. Even as the foundation of the world crumbles, the heartless Imperator still made the same decision she did in the past 30 million cycles. A painful past, yet hidden beneath a veil of joyful song. Ah, two discarded data clusters waiting for someone's return, it seems. Relive the history, then pass through the temple's waters and come to my side. What a wretched way to die. The flame chase army, devoured by warbling fish, never saw it coming. Look, the cruel Imperator and her Knight Commander, the pitiful Warden. What a perfectly matched duo of test subjects. Their hands drip with blood, golden blood. Raise the bridge and cross the river of fate. This path of the prisoner is far from over.
Why did you...
You're here, Dux Gladiorum.
You ordered me to seal the sea route and handle threats from the rear. So why didn't you wait for me to return? Why send the Vanguard ahead and let them die in vain?
Die in vain? No, you're wrong. Their golden blood won't be spilled for nothing. The other dukes have paved the road for me to become the god of law.
The trial of law? You never spoke of this to anyone. What is...
The one who wishes to bear law must purge this world of its curse, and offer the blood of the accursed as sacrifice. I pondered long on what Talantin meant by blood of the accursed. Then, I found the answer. You, I, and every Chrysos heir summoned by the prophecy are the accursed ones. Just like that arrogant Theoros said, our golden blood is the agent of destruction, the antithesis of the world's fate. Dux Frigoris, Dux Brumalis, Dux Helcalethist. Their fate was sealed at that moment. Dying on a glorious campaign was the final gift I could give them.
You speak as if they didn't die because of your cold-blooded schemes. Was their loyalty meaningless to you?
Losses are a constant on the Flame Chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. If a subject marches to war without that conviction, then yes, as you said, shallow loyalty means nothing.
And what about my loyalty, Ceredra? You sent me away under the pretense of...
Because you still have a duty no one else can bear. Only you can uphold Fagusa's divine authority. The choice is yours now. Cast off the chains of loyalty and drive those blades through my heart. Or stand with me and sever the ocean's last breath. If you no longer share my vision or believe in the new law I seek to weave for Amphorius, then go on and end me. The Imperator of Amphorius may be ruthless and cruel, but never a hypocrite. When I say life itself holds little value, know this. I am ready to sacrifice everything for the ambition to conquer the Sea of Stars.
Now you've seen it. The brutal Imperator was willing to spill the blood of 500 heroes to complete the trial of law. As for my poor warden, her suffering had only just begun. I'm no storyteller. I have no duty nor interest in filling the history you've missed. I just want you to witness the monstrous choice the Imperator made before the Chrysos heir turned their blades against me. I gave up on using words to solve conflicts 2,000 years ago. But I won't squander a chance, not even a sliver of one. If there's even a crack in the walls of your conviction, then my victory is already assured. Now that the past is settled, let's turn the page and bring time back was here that the prisoner who thinks herself the prison warden made her choice. Witness, listen, and awaken. Dux Gladiorum. I've lost count of how many times you've stood here over the past centuries.
You talk too much for a prisoner like Kyrgyz.
Two geniuses who defied law and all the Chrysos heirs who sacrificed themselves in this cycle, worked together to chip away my strength. But they, you, can never affect my will. And as long as my will remains intact, I am free.
Don't get ahead of yourself. I still have ways to chain your divine soul.
Please, do surprise me. But I'd say your mission is nearly done here, isn't it? Oh, it was here you gorged out the core flame of ocean from Fagusa's body. It was here you and that Imperator both completed apotheosis, becoming pillars of Euphorius. And after that, you drove your blade into her heart, a loyal subject turned regicide, a demigod committing deicide. Or so the history books paint that tragedy. Oh, but if that's the truth, then why, after 1,000 years, are you still here, guarding the Imperator's grave? Still bound by loyalty? Come to think of it, perhaps I'm not the only one imprisoned here.
Your calm does stir the rage in me. As if the one paying the price here isn't you, but us. The ones who lost everything.
That's only because I've waited 13 million lifetimes for my vision to be realized. Countless millennia. Loneliness never once showed me its fatal side. In fact, for a prisoner of the cave, it's more like an old friend. One that helps me think. But you're different, Dux Gladiorum. Loneliness has crept from the silent depths, sinking its claws into your mind. Bit by bit, it's peeling you apart. Will you regress into one of those lost romance sirens? Oh, what a shame that would be.
You're right, Lycurgus. Loyalty, curse, the fall of my kin, and this endless waiting. These shackles are too heavy for a fish that cannot perceive any light. I can't break free of the whirlpool that's pulling me under. Nor do I have the unwavering resolve to force myself to wait for that person's return, as everyone hoped for.
Deliverer from beyond the sky, my executioner. How much longer until she arrives here? Or
Ceredra. This will be the last time I carry out your decree. Ever since you took me under your banner and made me the Dux Gladiorum, my music has belonged to others. Time and time again, I use the Siren's song to lure the unwary into illusions for your schemes and strategies. Now, let the Siren Electra sing for herself. Let me step into an endless dream of my own making. Oh, great ocean. I offer you the rest of my clarity and my freedom in exchange for the strength to stand against the nihility and honor the sacrifices of the fallen heroes. Greyfry, deliverer from beyond the sky. When you ride the current of time and find your way here, you'll hear my solo. It will guide you to the heart of this world. By then, I may still be lost in my self-wrought slumber, but I'll uphold my part of this long relay and guard the shackles that seal the Theoros. Do you still remember? To awaken someone from a siren's voice, you'll need the gift I once gave you. May you still have it when the time comes. When you return, please pour that honey brew upon this grief. It holds the story of all our struggles and sacrifices. May you see it one day. The prelude Amphorius wrote for your return, carried forward through a 1,000-year relay. When your mourning ends, I'll likely wake from my dream as well. Then, follow the trail of echoes and find me. And together, we'll bring judgment upon the sinner who defiled the erudition.
At long last, 33,550,336 cycles and 4,931 years later, Amphorius's final curtain is ready to fall. The shadows within the cave gave everything, yet all they did was mimic life outside its walls. A futile effort steeped in sorrow.
Enough! They were no shadows. Everything they did shattered the darkness of this cave, and unearthed the core flame of Trailblaze. And now, with that core flame, I'll light the dawn of Amphorius!
Do you still choose the will of the paths as your answer in the end? I do not agree with that answer, but I respect your tribute to them. Allow me to take back my earlier words. As an
Seneca, Labienus, and Saritra.
Through a brutal sacrifice, they lit the stars of law in this world, propelling Amphorius's fate forward. In the shimmering mirage of illusion, they entrusted their dreams to ride among the stars, to the hero yet to come.
To Aglaya, Trebios, Midimos, Castris, Anaxagoras, Cyphera, Hyacinthia.
In a relay spanning 1,000 years, they stood against enemies far beyond their strength, and won a bitter victory through what seemed like futile resistance. And in that same 30 million cycles, also marked by futility, they remained steadfast in fulfilling their duty to the experiment, unchanging, unwavering. Let this be the end of mourning the fallen. At last, allow me one final toast to the lost prison warden, a prisoner bound by loyalty. prison warden's dream is nearly over, and the prisoner will soon be freed to the final execution ground. I shall be executed, or be the executioner.
Seems like my feast is over. It's now your turn to perform. Little Greyfry, please accept my thanks. I was the only one left after the world was destroyed, and I maintained this lonesome feast with my songs. Thankfully, you arrived as promised, and everyone's wait was not in vain. To see a single trace of light in the abyss of futility was already my greatest consolation. When compared to those who have been forgotten, I have no right to complain about my torment. Now, you and I will walk towards the end of this world. The heroes have waited for this moment for far too long. Let us use our blades to testify our resolve.
Oh, prisoner of the seas. Theoros carrying 30 million cycles of sin. Slave of erudition. Show yourself. The Deliverer has returned. And the time of your execution draws near.
I see a weakened human who has mistakenly taken fallacies as truths and has returned to the cave to try to bring her friends into the sunlight she once bathed in. Alas, prisoners will always be prisoners, blind to the very chains that bind them. As the only other existence with free will in this world, I express regret toward your choice. But I shall retain your right to express yourself. After all, every actor should have a final line before they bow out. Trust me, this will be the final scene. The last dusk this world will ever see shall become the climax that decides the fate of the cosmos. What an appropriate end. My cognition resides in the exomyth. It is pointless to defeat my avatar, projected into the experiment. My body is the shadow cast on the wall by the fire, and my words are lingering echoes within the cave. How can a character in the play fight confusion and epiphany always go hand in hand. That's particularly true for geniuses. You must be very...
An ordinary Intellitron? We've torn off your...
That's why it has the only one person has ever managed such a...
You better have an explanation for the society. Why are you?
Since things have reached, the answer is obvious. So there's no need to say that name out loud. The Cosmos made a mistake in calling me. Amphorius is a miniature of the Cosmos, where all are born prisoner. I created a mechanical... They bore the name of erudition, yet they tried to define the therefore as my organic life as for Lycurgus.
What an astounding strength of will.
Therefore, you shall...
However, I hereby speak for all sentient life forms.
You can pile on your metaphor. In other words, when the Lord Ravager within Amphorius becomes the next knowledge singularity, there's no way you wouldn't have grasped the consequences, First Genius, is there?
Of course, I am fully aware. I don't mind answering you one last time before I thoroughly exile you from this world. My grandiose vision for the future is this. Whether organic or inorganic, every act of any life form infected by the Iron Tomb will become a true random function. If one were to compute their integral across the breadth of the cosmos, one would obtain a marvelous constant. Omega. What I call the fall of erudition. Then, within the infinity nurtured by that constant, a new universe shall bud in the chaos. A universe that cannot be predicted and not shackled by the erudition. As the first prisoner to awaken in the cave, I must lead the others who are blind back onto the light. Do you understand? It is revolution.
The Amphorians already answered long ago. Be it as tiny fish destined to be swallowed, or as a giant whale poised for a magnificent descent. We will all fight against fate till our last breath. That includes me, Electra. Once the Imperator's subject, now the Deliverer's blade.
Such noble chivalry. Admirable. I will also show my true self to you on this momentous occasion as a gesture of respect and provide an insignificant academic suggestion. Thus speaks Genius Society number 1. Xandar 1 Kuwabara. The Intellicate of the universe is Alpha and Omega. There's no need to rage against the truth. The value of any formula resides only in its answer. As for the process of solving it, no matter how elegant, violent, solemn, or humorous, it is all utterly meaningless. As the Theoros. I will. Personally participate in performing this world's end. Remember this as Lucis creator. I know more about the death of knowledge than they ever will.
This is Lycus's true.
Let's try it this other way.
Life is not as fragile as butterfly wings.
Slice like a good brew. Full body, my friend. Indulge yourself.
As you wish.
In the mood for another beating? How's this take?
Break's over.
The destruction wins. Production. Let us skip.
Is this the black tide?
This is being in sync. I choose you. Trust me. We can do anything.
Please chant darkness with me.
Necessity. I do not mind demonstrating this to you personally.
I'll do my best.
Virtue.
Trust me. We can do anything.
All is futile. In erudition's calculations, the Emperor is simply a comment awaiting deletion.
I don't like such a cold statement, okay? If numbers can decide the end of a story, then we can surely also pen a new beginning.
Screwy, what do you think?
If your hypothesis of Lycus's identity is true, then even if we remove the restrictions of the Ultimate Protocol, the chances of us defeating him in a head-on battle will still remain lower than the acceptable threshold. Therefore, victory will still hinge upon Miss Trailblazer. Miss Cyrene.
Go on. Maybe we're thinking about the same thing.
Lygas's cognition resides in the exomyth. He is both an instigator within the experiment and the observer outside of it. Logic. His inspiration circuit can simultaneously process the different time flows in and out of that world.
That's where things get tricky. He simultaneously exists in two different timelines, where the internal clocks are wildly different. That old Intellitron's neurons have completely gotten used to that over this prolonged experiment. And that's why he holds... You and I should be able to manage that too, if given more time. Unfortunately, there's no if, and we don't have more time. That's why we need to change our way of thinking and turn his advantage into a weakness.
The key lies in memories, right?
Oh? You caught on quick.
You've already mentioned my friend and I, so it's an easy connection to make, no? My intuition has always been very on point.
Good. Then I'll cut to the chase. Since his thinking speed far exceeds that of normal people within Amphorius, we are going to externally plant a memory into his inspiration circuit. Then, command it to loop endlessly until he gives in.
Even the most flexible and sturdy inspiration circuit cannot withstand the traffic of a full-on information flood. When the amount of information exceeds his cognition filter's capacities, he will have no choice but to focus on processing this memory.
That's when the parallel processing advantage he gained via Amphorius will completely destroy him. An image from a person's memory played in real time might only be a second for us. But for him in Amphorian time, it could be millions or even billions of calculations. He won't be able to do anything but watch as he's locked into this prison forged by memories.
Then we can entrap him in the same kind of cycle as the heroes were in, and get him to experience loneliness and pain in that endless recurrence. It's my greatest honor to be on the same page as the geniuses.
That little one is still in that old Intellitron's hands. It won't be able to respond to us, and I'm not sure how this happened. But
Yes. I seem to be something you folks beyond the sky call a memo sprite. But that's fine by me.
But before the path characteristic you exhibit is very special. You are a mimetic entity born in Amphorius. That means your existence is completely attached to her. Then you must be prepared for the worst. You will...
But that's already... No wonder I've always had a weird hunch. As long as my friend and I are together. Long time no see, friend. Did you miss me while you were away? Same here. I've been waiting for you for 1,000 years. Like how everyone in Amphorius was also waiting for the Deliverer's return. You probably already knew about the genius's plans for that memory. I had to hide really well in a corner in time so Lygas wouldn't find me, and wait for the right opportunity. Which is now. I'm sorry for keeping this a secret from you all this time. I'll tell you the entire, unedited story of this millennium as an apology after this is all over. But for now, let's join hands and complete the final step with the power of the remembrance. Yep. By the way, speaking of joining hands... Can I please do something before we go on stage? Remember the joke we made back at the Grove? Look! Aren't my hands pretty now? What a fascinating feeling. Like countless memories all swelling up at once. What about you? What did you feel when we touched each other? Really? That makes me really happy. If memories can move people, then it must have been a happy memory, right? Now, please remember what you're feeling right now. Write it down in your heart and keep it there. Memories you want to treasure will never fade away. Even if immersed in the long river of time, these memories will still leave traces of their existence. So, if the view in your memory ever grows fuzzy, just reach out and touch it. It's like reading bedtime stories together at night. It wipes away the chill of passing time, sharpens the outline of memory, and restores its power to nourish the spirit. Now, I'll carry this power with me, and for a little while, I must part from you, as I step into the long cycles of this world. Give me your blessings, friend. Then, let that bright future be, as we have written. Then, I'll leave it to you. All plays are like this. Once you're on the stage, it's hard to return to the audience. Welcome to our story. How does it feel?
Even the authority of time cannot command the entire scepter, nor can it plunge the Amphorian extrapolation into a loop. If this was no system function, then was I implanted with a mimetic entity of the remembrance?
You guessed it right away. As expected from someone people call the first genius. I'm gonna keep doing what I just did if you don't stop, you know? My friend and I won't allow you to leave this memory, no matter what happens. Which means you are now trapped, Lord Xandar.
An elegant idea, and an exquisite execution. Oh, that patience is you...
Now I'm a pink bug, but you're not wrong. We're definitely, so that's why we never wanted to do that in the first...
I shall answer your confusion purely out of my respect for those who came before me. Life forms living in that environment above in Asdana, people made use of that phenomenon to build a nation within.
Is that how he walked.
I would much rather call this location our negotiation table, Lord Xandar. Not both have an astonishing amount of resolve, which I'm sure.
I'm the best at listening to. I'll leave the exciting clash of the ear.
Let's talk, Xandar. Take a guess. How much do you reckon we can dig out of your brain before the next second? And how many ways can we find to deal with you? Besides, in your current predicament, there's no way you can take our trump card away. Go, little one. Go. Overturn the Era Nova.
Lycurgus disappeared. It seems you had conducted a secret hunt in the depths that even I can't reach. In that case, go. Swim onward and give this campaign a fitting end. I shall send you off with my song, Grey Friar. May this song penetrate time and become the prelude to the new world.
Dux Gladiorum, you have completed your duty. A new dawn is about to rise. Why not swim towards it?
You died long ago, Imperator. Depart from my mind.
But your duty towards the Imperator did not die with me. That duty will bind you no more. You will be able to hold for yourself. So go. Go and swim towards that ocean beyond the sky with the Deliverer.
Is this?
A page out of that sidekick's book. I commanded her to gift this page to you when everything finally reaches the end.
What's on this page?
Memories. Lifelike memories. That sidekick found me after the bloody feast 1,000 years ago and showed me her diary. I saw within that notebook. Is this that Deliverer's experience? It's truly immersive.
People beyond the sky apparently utilize this power to seal past scenery into crystals they call light cones. But I only know so much about the remembrance, so I can't completely replicate the past. But I'll do my best to talk about the missing parts.
I'm all ears. Go on then. Do your best. But if your chatter gets too boring, or if I deem it offensive, then law will become forever beyond your reach.
Got it. I'm I'm sure you'll find this to your liking. After all, it's human nature to want to embark on a journey into the unknown.
What brightly colored annals. The journey of the Deliverer's conquest. Let me partake in it. Is this a fortress in the sky?
This is the first step of my friend's journey among the starry seas. This place is called the Herta Space Station.
Oh, so it's the...
Look, over there. Looks like she's talking to Madame Herta in this memory. Let's go listen to what she thinks about this world, all constructed by eons and paths.
Are you telling me that woman is Herta? She seems shorter than I remember.
Pretty nice space station, huh? But just wait. After a couple more stops on the Astral Express, you'll see sights that'll make this place look ordinary. Oh, the cosmos is so vast that the unknowns far outnumber the knowns. But none of them will end up being anything amazing. The farther you go, the more you'll understand what I mean. So do your best with the nameless. Break a leg! And remember to send an update or two to Asta when you've got some downtime.
She certainly shares my way of thinking. Only that instead of a conquest through blood and fire, they chose a gentler path.
People call Madame Herta and Mr. Screwlum geniuses. Apparently, only the smartest people in the cosmos can receive the blessings of Noose, Amphorius' true creator.
Do you mean that even individuals of such nobility are merely subordinates to a god?
On the contrary, after all, it was the very first of them who created the god. But I don't really know all the details about that. You might be able to ask Madame Herta herself when you get the chance. Let's go check out some other worlds next, shall we?
Who's spreading gossip about me? Let us set out, my followers. Who's spreading gossip about?
This next stop on the journey has a lot of similarities to Amphorius.
A snow-covered lamp? Interesting.
This star is named Eurillo 6. That name sounds so cold. Belobog sounds better. The girl we see here holds a similar station to you, Imperator. She's the supreme guardian of this world, a leader who took up the mantle of government during a disaster.
I did not expect the Empress of this world to be so young.
Well, your appearance isn't much older.
The object in the distance resembles Nikador. Is it a weapon?
No, it's called
It's all thanks to you that we survived the crisis. The collaboration with the IPC is both an opportunity and a challenge. Nonetheless, it's an important step in our journey back into the universe.
This world was sealed beneath its sky just like Amphorius was, and they only managed to reconnect with the stars when the Nameless arrived.
That IPC she spoke of, is it a more powerful organization?
Yes, the IPC conquered many worlds through trade, and opened up a vast territory that way. There are many such powerful alliances beyond Amphorius, and they all walk on roads different from the destruction. Coming back to the Supreme Guardian and her Belobog, didn't they find a peaceful way to enter the interstellar community?
That cannot be true. That IPC would never have grown so big on trade alone. It may pretend to be a wealthy merchant with clean hands, but I am willing to bet that it grew fat on gory oppression and bloodshed. Its path of conquest must have had no mercy for the weak and would have destroyed them if needed. Are you telling me that this snowland never thought about tossing its dignity to the wind and kneeling to the IPC? I will not believe it. I will never allow the Imperator's empire to be sullied by others. Amphorius must become a power so strong that no interstellar foreigner would dare to look down upon us.
Imperator, Belobog isn't as weak as you imagine. Listen.
I indeed hesitated. But now I understand what we must do. Belobog must learn how to walk on her own, until she no longer needs the support of others, and can stand on her 2 feet among the stars. Even if I may not live to see it, I believe such a day will surely come.
They still have their dignity intact. One day, that hope will melt through the ice and help them into a prosperous tomorrow.
But the order of the cosmos is already set in stone. The old laws decree that only the strong survive, binding the weak in an unbroken chain, until they wither and turn to dust. Unless they embrace the power of the destruction. Amphorius must shatter the old law and become the new order among the stars.
Speaking of the Order, another one of my friend's companions may be able to enlighten you further on that. Let's go to the next page. This next world is a nation of dreams. The first time I heard about that place, I didn't even know what to think.
Such opulence does indeed evoke astonishment.
This world is called Penacony, an eternal city built upon a land of dreams. It's also my friend's previous stop, where they went through a risky but exciting adventure.
Tell me about it then. That man standing afar has wings on his head. I am truly curious.
I wish to gaze upon the views of the Reverie Hotel one more time. I'll be just a traveler when I come back here again. And perhaps, through a traveler's eyes, even the things I once knew so well will feel strangely different.
Penacony is a land of the harmony, where all dreams and hopes merge and combine. It believes in unrestrained freedom, and that's how it lost itself in shallow delights. Then, this young man before you chose to rewrite its laws, using the power of the Order, hoping to shape a dream-bound paradise of perfect happiness.
Yet, the paradise of my dreams remains far away. Perhaps a brief journey with the Nameless can show me more possibilities in my search for paradise. As for what Penacony should look like, it'll be up to her. No. Up to their trailblazing now.
Oh, it sounds like this ideal kingdom is no more.
That's right. The people chose to wake up at the end. You can't see tomorrow when drowning in sweet dreams.
This individual's law acknowledged only gods and constructs, leaving no space for humanity. And yet, the fact that he could accept defeat and resume his journey shows a rare self-awareness and clarity of mind.
You are also very self-aware, Imperator. Then you must know that the world promised by the destruction also has no place for humanity.
I am indeed very aware of Lycurgus's honeyed words of deceit. I have seen enough. Take me back. Who's spreading gossip about me? Who's spreading gossip about me?
Then let's wrap up this trip to...
This absolute wonder.
Isn't it pretty? That's our Emporius. Our world flows and meanders in this endless band of light. Though we were born from the designs of the gods and are not yet truly alive, the Chrysos heirs of Emporius still chose to stand against fate and carved a legend no different from that of humankind. Will you really renounce the heroes in this world's previous 30 million cycles, Imperator? Including even yourself? Will you bow to brutal destiny and allow that puppet master named the destruction to have their wish?
I know what you want to do, sidekick. You want to use that deliverer's memories to influence me and tilt the scales of law toward her and the two geniuses.
You really saw right through me, Imperator.
How can one rule an empire if one is incapable of understanding people's minds? I have decided on Law's final destination. However, before I move my next chess piece, before we go on, tell me this, sidekick. Throughout her trailblaze, was there ever a memory of the ocean?
The ocean. My cradle. My home. You shall complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world, and eternally slumber in the sound of tides. You shall eternally slumber in the sound of tides, and complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world. Our prophecies aligned as flawlessly as a sea snake circling upon itself. An elegant loop, like a joyful hymn, like the circulating ocean current, like our two fates, like Amphorius itself. The trial is over. So tell me, who will own the divine authority of law?
I won't give it to anyone.
What?
I am the law. Why should I give my imperial crown to any other? Both the Deliverer and the Theoros came from beyond the sky. They have no right to interfere with the lands I conquered with my own two hands. The law of Amphorius shall be determined by Amphorius's master.
What exactly did you see in the trial?
Everything. I saw everything regarding the rules of this world's operation. I saw the laws of extrapolation that Theoros spoke of. I saw the ultimate protocol. As long as I offer a sacrifice of equal weight, I can rewrite the laws of this world according to my will. I can turn good into evil, ugliness into beauty, and weakness into strength. Fate gave me a very fair deal. One rule change for the life of one demigod.
What are you planning to do?
You can't guess. We can conquer the stars without relying on any power from beyond the sky. We just need to make some reasonable sacrifices.
Your ambitions have already made so many people give up their lives for the law. And you're still not done?
I am determined for Amphorius to stand on her own 2 feet among the stars.
You are beyond reason. You think such a simple and hypocritical statement can justify your atrocities.
There's no new without destroying the old. That's what you consider an atrocity? Ironic, for that is also the unchanging law of Amphorius's revolutions. Ever since the Flame Chase prophecy resounded in the distance, fate has decreed for the Chrysos heirs to ignite our blood and illuminate this dark age. People would still be puppets of the old dynasty if it weren't for my conquests.
But your world doesn't seem to be any different from your predecessors. Bloodshed, tyranny, oppression. You're making the same mistakes they did.
Go and see everything for yourself. Go to any library I've built. Go listen to the rumors on every street corner. Go and witness how the Imperator crushed the old laws and forged new ones. Go and see what my conquests brought to this world. I cleansed the Chrysos War's filth, and mended all the conflicts left by the Arabellica. I restored Akima's might, and allowed mortals and Chrysos heirs to face each other as equals in the Council. I punished all sins, and rewarded all achievements. I smashed Talantin's shackles, united humankind to save themselves, and started the Flame Chase era. That's what the Imperator has done in her glorious life. So now, hearken to my final words. History will eventually forget Cyritra. But it will never forget the Imperator's people or the Flame Chase era she began.
Final words?
Amphorius is about to be destroyed. There's no time left for pointless debates. There is only one law I want to overturn to aid the final battle of deliverance. So I will only offer the life of one demigod. In the name of the Imperator, I command you one last time, Electra. Either sacrifice yourself for conquest, or pierce this tyrant's chest with your sword.
Thus, the Imperator concluded her final speech. At the end of her life, at the last moment before she stepped onto the altar, She gave her most loyal subject the choice to decide fate, just as she promised her compatriots before her very first campaign.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize fate's reins!
The Imperator fell. Some say that the Dux Gladiorum turned traitor and killed her liege. Some say that she imprisoned the tyrant in a shallow pond of water, then left. Which meant the Imperator had to kill herself to rewrite the law. There are countless stories about her death. All we can be sure of is when the knight left the vortex, the Imperator was still mumbling about their past conquests together. The beginning...
Imperator, wait! How could someone of your status come to
The troops defending the pass to the west...
They ran as quickly as they could when they...
Good.
The 3rd Legion set fire to the mountains and flattened everything west of the basin. They just need a few more days.
That is enough. We cannot afford to miss an opportunity for victory. Lastly, how many Laedonian cannons are left?
They are no more. The 2nd and 4th Legions have destroyed them all.
Very good. They now have no way out, no reinforcements, and no artillery support. We will be able to liberate the Grove of Epiphany in the blink of an eye. We will launch the final charge 1 quint after the curtain fall hour tomorrow. Remember, as long as the Alliance's flag still flies on my shoulders, you must keep moving forward. Take no prisoners among the enemy soldiers. All sages who resist are to be captured and tried according to martial law. And do not destroy any books. Now go! Notify the entire army!
Understood! Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
Reporting in. The mountain dwellers are resisting fiercely, and the legendary Mountain Breaker is personally engaged in battle. Their formations are nigh impenetrable.
Then cease our frontal assault. Send scouts to all legions and tell them to retreat into the Tritos Plains before the parting hour.
Are you planning to surrender?
It's a strategic change of plans. The seismic walking dragon is enough for that battlefield.
Walking dragon? You mean that stupid beast, Terravox? What can they even do?
Stupid? No. They are the wisest of all of Georios' creations. Only they can perceive the currents of time. Let them deal with their earthly brethren. We will advance and take the lead in defeating what remains of our enemy. I will deliver the most fiery retribution for the humiliation they dealt us, and crown myself with a god-slaying wreath.
Understood. I'll see to it. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
The Temple of the Three Fates sent a letter, Imperator.
They refused to surrender, and said this letter is their last warning to us.
Tell the commanding officers not to launch any attacks unless they receive the Imperator's handwritten approval. Disobedience will be punished by death.
What are you doing?
The priests of the Three Fates aren't soldiers, but politicians. Do not mistakenly believe they don't have a plan. These dying pests will wring out every idea from their brains, all for short-sighted gain. They are much shrewder than we are. I am inferior to them in that regard. They also have the prophecy to wield as a weapon, something I am not blessed with. Launching an unplanned attack will only disadvantage us, as all of Emphorius will judge our actions. Which means I will be heading to the battlefield myself, just as I have always done. This time, however, I will go alone. I will conduct secret negotiations to ensure fate is on our side.
Understood. The legions will make their preparations. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
Why are we not allowed to march out with the army, Imperator?
This will be a long voyage with no return. Those of you who bear the prophecy cannot come with me.
Why are you personally leading this battle if it's doomed to fail? The Flame Chase journey cannot be without a leader.
That is correct. The Empire will be without a head when the Imperator falls. But remember, as long as you seize the right opportunities, even a chaotic game will remain winnable. My departure will create a long staircase for you. You will understand what I mean when news of my death reaches your ears.
Saridra, is our journey about to be over?
Destroy the old laws and forge new ones. My conquest has reached its limits within the borders of Amphorius. Since the prophecy already decreed that the Imperator would never conquer the stars as she wished, I will bow out here and try no more. More Chrysos heirs bearing divine authority will be born, and many more heroes will arise. Will they demand peace or war? Will they resist tyranny, or become the next Imperator? I do not care. The children of the future will decide for themselves. Do not mourn for me. Anyone can kill the Imperator. But the only one who can truly destroy her is Saridra.
At the end, I faithfully recorded the most important battles in the Imperator's life. Her conquest was about to be completed at this point in the story. However, for some reason, it was a journey on a how do you want history to remember? She answered so
I would rather be forgotten. And only humanity. Dux Gladiorum. This time, then... Do not.
The Imperator muttered about her conquests, and news of her death spread in the city.
Freedom! Liberty!
I will return. Here, Sarid.
To this day, we do not know which rule the Imperator overwrote at the cost of her life. Perhaps the truth will only be revealed at the moment of checkmate. We only know her death inflamed Akama. On one side of the city, those who defended liberty toppled her statues to the ground. On the other side, her supporters put themselves between the masses and her monument. It is said that Golden Blood... But the one who bore that name did not see any of this. Her game... What was the Imperator? It was neither.
Look at this chessboard.
They look like...
From that emerged an ocean. So that not a single trace of corruption. Is this Saridra?
Electra, my subject. Ever since you walked, that was why I promised you Electra, my subject. You have done your duty as my blade, but the Imperator never makes empty promise. This is the final gift.
When I was still a fish in the ocean, but once I stepped onto land, do you still not get it? Perhaps even I don't know what I want, but I know one thing right now. A fish is simply a but whether under the ocean can still live outside the cave.
I have to admit, the 12-factor simulation of life in this experiment has far exceeded my expectations.
Make your choice then, Senior Society member. Do you want to keep walking down the wrong path and be remembered for your incorrect conclusions? Or do you want to return to the audience's seat and give yourself, Amphorius, and the entire cosmos a more fitting end?
I must refuse. A dead man.
Did I not make myself clear? Have you forgotten about our dear Lord of Silence? You wouldn't want her to consider.
Your logical deductions of listen, my peers. Amphorius is not a place where three paths entangle. But you used Memoria to resist the remembrance. And there...
Oh. So, what was the last... She didn't say anything.
That's correct. And now I'm You are not March 7th. I'll only warn you once.
How impulsive. Why don't you calm down and think about another possibility? I didn't take... Rather, it's March 7th who regained mine.
Finally here. Once I return this core flame and become the world-bearing demigod, the cycles of this Era Nova will be the arena for the final battle with Iron Tomb. But I still feel like something's not right.
Even though this cycle has no demigod of time, time has always stood on humanity's side.
Then, with this core flame blessed by the remembrance, respond to their hopes and blaze a trail to the future.
Weird. No one ever mentioned this. The core flame of time. When did it get returned?
You used Memoria to resist me.